Hello, good morning everybody. It's Rose Coleman popping in here live from my stamp room. It is now Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. I have to stop and think what the day is. Wednesday, February 17th, and I've got my coffee in my Create mug that my friend Jen, who's on my team, gave me. This mug, I don't know if I told you the story about this mug. We do a team Christmas party every year, and we have a fun gift exchange where we, you've played that game probably, where you put all the gifts in the middle of the room and we pick a number, and number one gets to choose from the whole pile of gifts, and then you can steal. That fun game. So this was one thing that I got last year in, I think it was 2019, because we didn't have a live Christmas party in 2020. But we will get back there. And anyway, I chose this mug because I'm a mug person. I love mugs. Wherever we go, I always get a mug as a souvenir. We have cupboards full of mugs. And my husband's like, do we need all these mugs? I'm like, yes, we do. We cannot get rid of mugs, especially anything to do with creating and stamping and that kind of stuff. So this is my mug. I've got my coffee. It's nice and warm here in my craft room. It's warming up outside. It's way better than -41 wind chill that we've had in the past little while. So the title, what I want to share with you today, the title of my post today is Blueberries and Raspberries, and love it, hashtag love it, chop it. Now my friends from down under, Kylie and Bruno Bertucci, they invented this hashtag called love it, chop it. And the whole premise of this hashtag is to use your paper. Okay, so we have beautiful designer series paper with Stampin' Up. And hi Jen, thanks for joining me. We have beautiful paper. And if you take that paper and you put it in a cupboard or a closet and you hide it for a rainy day, chances are you're probably going to forget about it. It may never see the light of day again, right? Who can relate? And we hoard it, right? We hoard that beautiful paper, and it's such a shame. So we need to love it. If you love it, you need to chop it and you need to use it. You need to use it on a scrapbook page. You need to use it to make a card and send the card and bring joy to someone's life by sending them a hand stamped card. Doing a scrapbook page and putting the pictures of your children on it will bring them joy in years to come, your whole family, because they can enjoy those pages and the memories that were made in those photos. So hashtag love it, chop it. I love it. So that's what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you how to cut your designer series paper and to make this fun, easy card that showcases both sides of the paper. And yeah, so we're going to flip the camera and I'm going to show you this cutting technique, and we will get started now. Just put my coffee off to the side and bear with me while I flip my camera and get you all focused on my work surface here. Okay, so, here we go. Just gonna get you all straightened up. Slide my camera so I can get that. Cancel. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I actually accidentally hit the finish button. Am I still live, you guys? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if I'm still live. When I was turning my camera, I think I hit the finish button, but I think I canceled it in time. Okay, good. Okay, thank you, Jen. I'm still alive. That was pretty scary. Okay, let's talk about the paper. This paper here is called the Berry Delightful Designer Series paper. It is gorgeous. It features strawberries. Oh, thank you, Jen. Thank you for letting me know that I'm still live. Strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries. And it is a free selection right now with Celebration. You get, if you spend $120 with Stampin' Up, you can shop from any catalog, the main catalog, the mini catalog, the clearance rack, whatever you want. You can shop anything you want Stampin' Up. When your order gets to $120, you can choose this stamp set and the matching paper. Both of them you're going to get for free. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you for joining me. I love this stamp set. I did make a card yesterday. In case you missed my card, I made this one here, and that features the paper, and I also brought in the sweet strawberry bundle. The stamps are from the sweet strawberry bundle, as well as the punch. Today we're going to use just this stamp set and the paper, and I'm going to show you how to chop this paper. Okay, So I'm going to bring my paper in. I've chosen to use these two patterns today. So blueberries and the raspberries. Okay. Actually, I said raspberries, but we're going to do grapes. These are grapes. I think there's raspberries in this paper. These are grapes. Let's see. There's one sheet of this paper that has all the berries in it. I designed scrapbook layouts yesterday for my scrapbook club. I'm super excited to share these. This is the one I'm looking for, raspberries. Let's do, no, I'm gonna do the grapes, but there is raspberries, okay? So back to my scrapbook pages. Yes, I designed a layout. It's upstairs sitting on my kitchen table, but I will share it with you later. Those ladies in my scrapbook club get all of the pieces in the mail or porch pickup or drop off, whatever. When they place their minimum $50 club order, they get 4 layouts, okay? So two page spreads. And we get together on Zoom and we put them together, and it is a whole lot of fun. And every month out of the 8 months, there's a different hostess, okay? So they get, what the hostess means is that they get all the free stuff. They're not actually hosting a party. They are the person that's going to get the free stuff. So it's a commitment. So everybody places the order online and I give them a host code. All the orders go together, and that's how it works. So if you're interested in something like that to get some scrapbook pages done, let me know. I'd be happy to add you into the club. Okay, so let's cut this paper. Here's my paper trimmer. I love the paper trimmer because it's super strong. I'm actually going to cut through both of these pieces of paper at the same time. So I'm going to line them up here. I'm going to cut them at 4 inches along. I'm just lining it up at the top. There's a little ridge here, and I'm going to cut at 4 inches, and I'm going to do that cut again. 4 inches down. Then I'm going to turn the paper and I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4 and do it again. This is so quick, so easy to love and chop your paper and have lots to create with. So here I have 4 panels, and let's go ahead and cut the other ones, and then I am ready to go with these card fronts. So 5 1/4 and 5 1/4 and one more. So I can make a ton of cards out of this. 5 1/4 and 5 1/4. So what I've actually done, you guys, is I've made 12 card fronts, okay, with the blueberries and these the grape pattern. But I want to show you now a technique, what to do with this paper. So let's do the blueberries first. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this paper and we're going to make a mark at the halfway point. And we're going to cut in 2 inches. So it's 5 1/4, so it's roughly 2 1/2, right? Just a little bit bigger than 2 1/2. And I'm just going to put it onto my paper. Let me bring it down here and show you. Onto my paper cutter, and I'm going to now bring up the cutting blade, and there are increments on my the arm. Let me just bring it up close and show you. So there's increments on here. So when I bring back the cutting blade, I'm going to bring it back to the 2-inch mark. So you could do this with scissors if you wanted to, but I'm doing it right here on my paper cutter. It's just easy, and I know I'm going to get a straight line. So let's bring the cutting tool back to the 2-inch mark like that. And there we have it. We just have a slit on the side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to score from this corner to the corner of my paper on both ends. So I'm going to put it back in my paper cutter. I'm going to line up that point with this point, and just be very careful that you're lining it up. You could do this with a ruler and a bone folder too if you wanted to. I just like using my paper cutter because it's right here, so I might as well just use it. Okay, so close that down, and we're going to score from the corner to the inside cut line. See that? I've made 2 diagonal score lines. Now, when I fold these back, you get this beautiful plaid pattern popping through like that. Okay, so you could do it this way, or you could flip it over and do it this way and have the plaid as your main piece and then your blueberries as the flaps. I actually want to do the blueberries, and I'm going to have the plaid as my flaps for this piece. And now let me bring in, might as well, because before I put my paper cutter away, I'm going to do the grapes also. So I'm going to put this into my paper cutter at a little more than 2.5, so probably 2 5/8 mark. And then I'm going to cut up to the 2-inch mark. And then I'm going to line up the corners, get my cutting blade out of the way so you don't make a mistake. Whoops. And then I'm going to score like that. And be very careful when you're scoring that you're not too forceful, because you can cut through the paper if you're pressing too hard. Just a gentle scoring on the designer series paper. Okay, so I've done that diagonal score line here, and I'm just going to fold that back, and then again up here, and I've got that nice pattern coming through. This is a very easy technique that you can do with all of Stampin' Up's designer series paper. We always have both sides matching, coordinating colors, so I just love that. Okay, so now what we need is 2 pieces of the same size of Whisper White. Okay, so this is 4 by 5 1/4. It's the exact same size as my designer series paper. This is going to go on to here, and you can see how you've got that beautiful, nice little V there. So let's do some stamping now. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually put a little bit of glue on these flaps, and we're going to close those down onto the front of this designer series paper. And I'm making 2 cards at once just to show you that when you love it, chop it, you can make cards so easily, so quickly. And they are all beautiful because the paper, it lets the paper shine. Okay, so let's just put those off to the side for a second. I'm going to bring in from the Berry Blessings stamp set, there's a stamp here that says, "You always have a way of making my day." And I love that stamp. So I've got that one here, and I'm going to stamp it onto my Whisper White background. But I'm just going to take the designer series paper and lay it on top. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to do my stamping, and then I'll stick it down later. So I want my greeting to go on first. So let me grab my Memento ink, my Memento black for this, and we're just going to stamp. I'm going to stamp that one right there. It just fits perfectly in that spot. And then let's do the other one. So we're just laying the DSP on top, and I'm just going to stamp this one in the middle like that. Okay, so now we're going to move the DSP off to the side, and we're going to do some fun color stamping now. So I've already mounted the blueberries and the grapes and the stems. Everything is all onto my blocks here. So we're going to do one of each. So let's do some blueberry stamping. I've got Pacific Point ink. I'm going to use the outline of the blueberries first. Gives me a frame of reference of where to stamp. I'm just going to stamp along the edges of my greeting, and then I'm going to come in with the inside pieces of the blueberry and just do those, ink those up like that. This is called 2-step stamping, when you do the outline first and then you do the inside piece. Love it. This would be beautiful just like itself, just like that, and put a strip of designer series paper on there. What else? Let me see. I'm going to also grab another piece of Whisper White. This one is just 4 by 5 1/4. And while I've got the blueberries out, I'm going to stamp some. This is going to be the inside of my card. So I'm just going to stamp a couple of blueberries down here in the corner. And when you've got the stamps in your hand, you might as well keep on using them, right? And you can also take it a step further and grab an envelope. So I've got the outside, I've got the inside. How about my envelope? You could put some blueberries in the corner of your envelope. and make it all match. I love it when I get mail and it has stamping on the envelope or the back flap. My friend Cheryl Fox, she always embosses the back flap of her envelope, puts the embossing folder through, runs it through her stamp and cut and emboss machine, and she is good to go. So I love that. Some great tips there. Okay, so I'm done with the Pacific Point. Let's put these layers off to the side and we'll do our grapes. So I've got rich raspberry, and I'm going to stamp some rich raspberry grapes. So I've got the outline here. I'm just going to stamp a few. One down here and one over here. And then we've got the inside piece because it is two-step stamping. And it's photopolymer so you can see exactly where you're stamping. And one more. And then we also have the stem. So let's bring in some garden green for the stem. And the stem has two parts. It has the outside outline, and it also has the inside piece. So you can see how this is a very nice stamp set for just stamps, ink, and paper, right? When you just want to stamp. You don't need all the fussy stuff. You just need a few colors and you are good to go with this one. Okay, so there's that one. And again, I've got my inside piece for this one. So let's do a couple of raspberries on the bottom here. Oh, I stamped into the green. I stamped my raspberry into the green. Look at that. That is green and rich raspberry, garden green and rich raspberry mixed together. But you know what? You get two sides to a piece of cardstock, right? So let's clean this up and flip that cardstock over. It wouldn't be Facebook Live if I didn't do something like that, right? Okay, back to rich raspberry here. And there, we've got two of those. And I'm going to grab my envelope and I'm just going to do a single raspberry on the envelope. Let's do the inside pieces. Oh, I love these. Okay, got that done. Let's do the stems in garden green. So the outlines of the stems, and then again on the envelope, and the inside. Just line them up. So easy. There we go. All right, so let's move all these off to the side. I will clean those up later. And let's put this together. So I've got rich raspberry card base, and it measures 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it in the middle at 4 1/4. So let's flip these pieces over and get glue on them. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the edges of this basic white cardstock. You don't need a lot of glue, just a tiny bit of this glue because it sticks really, really well. All right, let's grab my inside piece. It's going to go in here. Up. I cut this exact same size. Okay, we're going to go with it. It is 5.5, not 5 1/4. Usually I cut my layers 5 1/4 by 4. So this one, because it's got glue on it, I am not going to put that in my paper trimmer, you guys. I'm just going to go with it, right? No mistakes in paper crafting, just opportunities to embellish and change things up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to bring in this designer series paper, and this is going to go on top of here like this. And we've just got our little raspberries popping out, and that's how I wanted it to look. So you could do more raspberries if you wanted to. I keep calling them raspberries, they're grapes. If I had chosen to use Poppy Parade or Real Red, they would be raspberries. But this is grape. These are grapes. So here we go. We're just going to line this up over here. There's our greeting popping out from the Whisper White, and we've got our grapes on there. So let's do the same thing quickly here with the blueberries and put that one together. You can see how you'd have a lot of fun stamping with this two-step stamp. You can make a ton of cards, right? This, let me just bring back the Berry Blessing stamp set. It has Wishing You the Berry Best. Love that one. It has Bountiful Blessings. And then, of course, the greeting that I've used. You've always have a way of making my day. Who would not have a wonderful day getting that kind of a card in the mail, right? Okay, so I've got the blueberries on there. Let's bring back our blueberry paper, and we're going to put that right on top. And this is not exactly straight, but you know what? It's okay. No two cards are ever the same in paper crafting, and nobody is going to care, right? The fact that you sent them a hand-stamped card and a hand-stamped envelope doesn't matter if your greeting is a little bit off kilter. It just makes it that much more unique. You could, if this bothered you, you could cover it up with a circle punch and mount it, but I'm not going to do that because I'm happy with it. The other thing that you should do is to embellish. I always talk about embellishing. So I have here some twine. Now this is the snail mail twine combo pack. So you get, in this pack, you get both Blushing Bride and the basic white. So I just took a strip. I'm going to show you what I did here. And I took a piece about, I'd say 8 inches, but I doubled it. So I like to do double twine bows. So I took about 8 inches, and then I'm just going to snip that at the end. So now I have a double piece of twine. I'm going to take it in my hands like this. I'm going to make 2 bunny ears, and I'm going to cross them over and make a knot. Okay, this is my favorite way to make a bow. Usually does not let me down. And it gives me more control when I use a double piece of twine. They don't go flimsy on me. They tend to stay together a lot better like that. So there's my little bow that I've tied. And then I've got my glue dots handy. And this is what I like to do. If I tie bows, I just stick them right onto my mini glue dots like that, and then they're ready to go. So that one's sitting there. It's got long tail. I'm just gonna trim it off. I think I got glue on my scissors or something. Snagged there for a second. Okay, so we'll press that one back onto the glue dot. And then when you're ready to use your bows, they're ready for you. So take your pick tool. I'm gonna grab this one here. I'm gonna grab it by the glue dot, and then I'm gonna put it right here, right where those 2 triangles meet. And then I'll do that again with the other one. And there we have it. Super easy, fun cards using the Berry Blessings paper. And I love how on a single card, you get to showcase both sides of the beautiful Designer Series paper, the 2-step stamping on the inside, and then of course, the matching envelopes, right? You have to have, where's my other one? Oh. You have to have matching envelopes, right? If you've got the stamps and ink, stamp it. Stamp your paper, stamp your envelopes. Nothing should leave your house unstamped. That's my theory. So I'm just going to flip you around here. Whoop. Whoop. Hello. I don't know what happened there with my phone. Did something weird. It was telling me to rotate my phone. So hopefully I'm straight. Thank you, Krista. Thanks for joining me. Good to see you. Good morning. So yeah, that's my fun, easy card share. Don't forget, all you have to do is cut your cardstock 4x5 or DSP 4x5 1/4. Make that center mark and fold back the flaps. You don't even need to score them really. If you have a bone folder, you could just fold them back and score them, and then you have that white popping through. So yeah, that's my fun, easy card share. I hope you will have fun making multiples of this one because it's a great way to use up the Designer Series paper, and then people get a good glimpse of it. Instead of giving them a little tiny piece on their card, they're getting a full piece. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jose. Thanks, Michelle. Have a fantastic day. Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. You're going to make it, are you, Krista? Yay! Awesome. When you make your cards, send them to somebody. Make someone's day and make someone smile, and let them know you're thinking of them. And that's what it's all about for me. Share the stamping, right? Share the fun. Have a great day, everybody. I will be back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock with another video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.